Hey guys, Kelly Brown here. I am the owner of SPFI Mobile Tech. I am the fifth best looking mobile tech in the greater Mobile area, and I do service the greater Mobile area. Travel all the way up to Gulf Shores and dip down into Mississippi. So give me a call. Wherever you roam, I'll fix your home. So being in southern Alabama, I can't say that I have one particular service call that was more memorable than another. I think all of them are memorable because they're all great learning experiences, and I enjoy every single one of them. So, living in southern Mobile, summer starts in May and it ends in October. So when it's intense summer, brutal heat, and you don't have an AC inside of your rig, you're living in an oven and you're just waiting for death to come and get you because it's more comfortable than living inside of your camper. And that's where I come in. I come out there, I get your AC diagnosed, and I get you a new one normally within 24, 48 hours. And I get you back up in there so you're not sweating anymore, or at least inside you're not sweating. I've done a little bit of charity work, which I also enjoy. I love helping out my vets. Blessing to you guys. I'm all for it. So I can't really say that any one is more memorable. I love doing them all. I think the biggest advantage of choosing a mobile tech over anybody else, I come to you normally. Most of my customers don't wait more than a week to see me. I show up as soon as I possibly can to you. I diagnose your problem. I get your parts within 24, 48 hours, and I get you back on the road or get you back comfortable, whatever the case may be. If your camper's flooding, I'm going to stop it from flooding. If I can put a temporary fix in place to get you good, that's what I'm going to do. And I think that's the great thing about the mobile tech aspect of the whole thing. It's done faster. It's still priced competitively with the other shops that are in the area. But that's pretty much the biggest reason of why you would choose a mobile tech over anybody else, is just because the process normally kind of streamlines, simplifies, and we tend to get you done a little bit faster than what others are going to do. As far as specializing in any one thing, I can't say I really do that because I work on absolutely everything for the most part. The only thing I don't do is the carpentry stuff. So I'm not going to replace your roof. I'll reseal it. I'm not going to replace your floors because if I did, everybody would hate me. But I do quite a bit amount of AC work, probably more than anything else, just because we live in the South and that's what's needed more than anything else. In the dead of summer, it's brutal, and the dead of winter, we're still going to have days where you're going to need the AC. So I do a lot of AC work. I'm also certified to do Firefly systems. One thing I do that's kind of different from a lot of other people is I also teach classes as far as doing annual maintenance, set up, tear down for new guys that don't have any idea basically of what they're doing yet. I come in there, it's a free class. I just do it because I love doing it and I love meeting people and working with them. So it's just kind of one of the fun things I really enjoy. I became a certified tech basically after retirement. So I am a veteran myself. That's why I love helping other veterans. We always look out for each other. So I did 21 years in the United States Army, and after I retired, I took 2 years off and I fished. Sounds really cool, sounds really romantic, and it should be. But you tend to kind of hit a point where you lose your purpose. And when you lose your purpose, you kind of go into some different times. And so I need a purpose. I was actually just scrolling on Facebook aimlessly one day like old people do. And I came across an ad for this school in Athens, Texas. I did a little bit of market research and checked it and did a little bit of analysis to see if this was really something that was legit, really something that was needed out there. And turns out, man, good Lord, it is needed. It's still needed now. There's a massive demand. All the techs in my area, they stay busy. We don't compete with one another. We actually help each other and have our own little community, which I love. I think it's awesome. Shout out to you guys. But that's why I became a mobile tech, man. Just, it's something to do. It gives me purpose. It's a lot of fun, and I really love doing this job. I would say one of the hardest calls I've ever faced was an electrical problem. I've had it a couple times since then, but when I was doing my electrical checks, everything was reading good, except I realized later down the line that I wasn't doing them correctly, or at the time I wasn't doing them correctly. I figured it out shortly thereafter and got the customer back up, but basically trying to troubleshoot and trace bad neutrals or open neutral wires, it can be a very long, tedious, difficult process to get. And then trying to run new wires through tiny holes in walls where you can't see and fish all that. it's an incredibly difficult process to do. It takes up a lot of time, but I would say overall, the hardest jobs I've done generally revolve around doing bad neutrals. The most common jobs in my area are always going to be air conditioning, just because, again, I can say it time and time again. I've already answered this several times, but it's hot. If you think you know what hot is, you either live in Texas or Alabama, Mississippi. You live in the South, I can tell you that much. The other most common jobs, I would say, we have a lot of tourists that come through the area because we have a beautiful coastline here. Everything here is still greatly affordable, which is why I live here. So I get a lot of emergency calls for things, people getting ready to roll out. The slide doesn't come in. They need the slide to come in. So I'll go ahead and take care of that. I've received calls with customers going down the road and their awning pops open. I will drive to you and I will get your awning brought back in and pinned in safely so that you can continue your journey. But all that is probably the most common types of jobs I have. It's more AC than anything else. You'll sprinkle in quite a bit of plumbing and electrical. And then the emergency calls, just, I need you to get me going back on the road again. Just wrapping it all up. So again, my name is Kelly Brown. I do own SPFI Mobile Tech. I service the greater Mobile area. I go up to Gulf Shores if I'm needed up there. I go into Mississippi if I'm needed in there. I will go wherever I need to go to make sure that you, the customer, are taken care of quickly and correctly. That's pretty much what this is all about. Normally, if people are calling me, it's because you want somebody that's not too good looking, not too ugly, but kind of in the middle. Fifth best looking mobile tech in the greater Mobile area. Give me a call. Let me come out. Let me help you. Wherever you roam, I'll fix your home.